Welcome back to another video. I'm your tech guide, Wayne. If you find this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button down below and also consider hitting the tip button to leave us a tip. If you're not already a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications so you can be alerted every time we post new videos. Also, lastly, make sure you follow us on Amazon for our live tech recommendations and also tech reviews. In the video today, we're doing a full new user guide to this phone. We want to teach you everything from the basics to how to troubleshoot the phone to the advanced features, so you are a full expert on this phone after watching this video. So this is a compilation. So here is what you can expect from this video. So we're going to start with a beginner walkthrough for someone who is new to Samsung phones and just wants a walkthrough of the buttons and how to navigate the screen, downloading apps, the basics. If you don't need those basics, but you'd like to learn what's after that, you can jump to the next section of the video. It will be broken down into chapters. In the second section, I will go over tips and tricks and also some really cool hidden features. Then I'll go over how to take a screenshot, and then a really fun feature, I'll go over how to mirror your phone screen to your TV with a few different methods. After that, we'll go over how to soft reset your phone if you find the screen frozen and it's not responding to your touch. So kind of a brief how to troubleshoot the phone. And then finally, we'll end with a how to factory reset your phone. So that's what you can expect from this video. Those are going to be the different chapters. And also in the description below, you will find a link to our favorite accessories for this phone. For example, a longer charging cable, a car charger, a magnet for the car if you want to mount it to your dashboard, just a bunch of really cool things to complement this phone. So make sure you check out that list below. And without further ado, let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to go over is just the exterior buttons. On the right side of the phone, you will find your volume up and your volume down and your power button. At the bottom of the phone, you will find your Type-C charging port right here, and you'll find a headphone jack. No buttons on the left side, but you will find your memory card slot. And if you do have a memory card that you'd like to use with your phone, you'll simply need to find your box, find the memory card insert tool, and just put it in and give it a little push to pop out the SIM tray, and then you can put in a memory card right there. That is how you would add storage. And then if we want to turn the phone on, we're just going to hit that power button one time. Now, if your phone is completely off, you'll need to hold down the power button for a few seconds to turn the phone on. Once the phone is on, you're going to just take your finger, put it on the screen, and drag it up. That will unlock the phone. Once again, put your finger on the screen and drag up, and that's how you swipe to get into the phone. And now this is going to be what is called the home screen, and here you'll find certain applications, just basic applications you'll need. And to navigate this screen, you're going to be using these three buttons at the bottom of the screen. So the recent apps button, the home button, and the back button. And I'll give you just a quick demonstration of what each button is going to do. So the home button is very simple. No matter what screen you're on, if you'd like to get back to this screen, you just simply hit the home button. Let's say you're on the phone screen. You just finished making a call. If you'd like to go back to the home screen, just tap on the home button, just like that. If you happen to be in the settings and you'd like to get back to the home screen, same thing, just tap the home button down here, and that will take you right back to the home screen. Very simple. If you hold down the home screen the home button for 1 second, it will launch your Google Assistant, where you can then ask it different things. For example, you could ask, hey, what's the weather like today? Set an alarm for 10:30, set a timer. What time do the Lakers play? You can ask it anything. So literally hold down on this home button for 1 second to bring up the Google Assistant, and then it will immediately begin listening and you can give it a command. And right now it's listening, it's waiting for me to give it a command. So that is your Google Assistant. And again, one of the easiest ways to use that is just simply, once you hold it, give it a command like set an alarm for 8 a.m. or what's the weather, or how do I make scrambled eggs, and it will Google that for you. If it's a question you're asking, if it's a command, it will perform the command. Okay, on the left side here, you'll find the recent apps button, which is basically a place to see all of the applications that you have recently opened. So for example, we opened up the settings. We also opened up the, what else did we open? Let's just look and see. So there's our Google Assistant, there's our settings, and there is our phone app. So every time you open an application and then you hit the home button, what's happening is the application is opening, and just as a note, application is short for apps. So app, applications, interchangeable. Every time you open one of these applications and you go back to the home screen, it's still running, and this list is how you know. This will show you all the applications that are running. Now, a really easy way to speed up your phone is to come to this section and look through and see, am I still using any of these applications, or am I finished using them? And if you're done, you can either swipe up to close them out, so now they're not running in the background, or you can hit close all, and it will close all the applications that are running in the background, and this will now speed up your phone to go faster. Now if I go to recent apps, it's going to show no recent apps because we closed them all. So that is the recent app section. And next we're going to move on to the back button, which simply allows you to just go back one step. This button is very useful when you're, for example, in your settings, and let's say you were to go to brightness. Maybe you're looking for a specific setting to change, and you come to this section and you say, oh no, what I'm looking for is not here. I can simply hit the back button to go back one step, and it's now taking me to the home screen. And if I want to go back another step, I would hit this button again. And if there's no more steps to go back, it will take you to the home screen. So it's a useful button when you're navigating inside of an application and you're deep into menus and you're trying to get back to the last screen you were on. That's when you would use this navigation, this back button right here. So those are our three buttons we're going to use to navigate the screen. Now, also as a quick note, you'll find some of the applications that are downloaded on the phone on the home screen, but not all. If you want to find the rest of the applications, you'll need to swipe up just like that. So again, only when you're on this screen, the home screen, can you swipe up to see the rest of the applications you have installed on your phone. So those are all the other applications. I can also see that there are folders up here. There's a Samsung folder that has specific Samsung apps. Guess what? I want to get out of this folder. I'm going to use the back button, and that takes me out of that. I have my Microsoft folder where I have some Microsoft applications, and I have a Google folder where I'll find Google specific applications. So this is where you'll find every application that is downloaded on the phone. If you wanted to go to Netflix, hey, there's Netflix. Let me go ahead and tap on it. If you don't see an application that you want to use, then you would need to download it. And I'm going to go over that in the, not the next section, but the following section. We're going to go over how to download new applications to the phone that do not come on the phone. Okay, let's keep moving. So next we have the section that's called the navigation panel. And that's, so we swipe down, take your finger, go to the top of the screen and swipe down, and you will find what is called the navigation panel. Now in this, this is the notification panel, not navigation panel, notification panel. And in this section, you will find different notifications that are tied to the applications you have on the phone and different notifications that are coming through those. A clearer way to explain that is, for example, I have a Google account on the phone, and so here I have Gmails or emails that are coming through that account. So I just got an email about Google location, and an email about a Galaxy Tab A. So these are emails. I can tap on this notification to get to my emails, and then I can read those emails and see what other emails I also have that are pending. All that happens when I swipe down from the top of the screen. Now look at this section, my notification panel. All this does is notify you of different things that are happening in the applications you have downloaded. So for example, again, if you have Facebook on your phone, your Facebook notifications will show up in this section. And you might see a notification, you might say, hey, it's my friend's birthday, I wanna wish my birthday. Then you would tap on that notification and it would take you to Facebook to interact with that notification. So you'll find different things here, different notifications from different apps. And then at the top of the screen here, you'll find what are called switches. And these switches control different functions on the phone. For example, you have a Wi-Fi switch, a volume switch, Bluetooth, phone rotation, airplane mode, flashlight. And also, if I swipe down from up here, I will have more notifications. So just to show you, you swipe down the first time, you can see these first 6, and then I can swipe down again and I can see that I have even more options. And then I can swipe to the left and I have even more options. So these are all different shortcuts you have to control different settings on the phone. You're probably saying, when would I ever use this? Great question. Let's say you're trying to connect to a public Wi-Fi network. You would need to make sure that your Wi-Fi is lit up in blue, because blue tells you that it's turned on. And then if I hold down on it for about 1 second, it'll take me to my Wi-Fi setting, and here I can add other I can look for a new Wi-Fi network. So maybe you're at Starbucks. You would look for Starbucks in the menu, tap on Starbucks, and then you would type in the password, and that would allow you to connect to Starbucks' Wi-Fi network. So all these different switches they just take you to various shortcuts on your phone. If you want to connect your Bluetooth headphones, you need to turn on Bluetooth like this, tap it once to make it light up in blue, and then it will bring up the Bluetooth menu, and then it'll begin to look for any new Bluetooth devices. Maybe you have AirPods or Samsung Galaxy Buds or another type of headphones or a speaker, and you want to connect to it. You'll just make sure that your device is turned on and in the pairing mode, and then you come to this list, find that item on the list and tap on it, and that's how you would connect to a Bluetooth device. So there's plenty of switches up here, and this is a section I would encourage you to just play around with, because you're going to find all kind of cool things. One more important note to mention is the sound. So if you want to put your phone on silent or vibrate, you'll tap sound. The first time it'll put it on vibrate. The second time it'll put it on mute. It'll turn off all sound and vibration, and then I tap it again, and now my sound is fully restored. So that's how you would put the phone on silent if you needed to put it on silent or put it on vibrate. Okay, so moving on. Next, we're gonna go over how to download applications on the phone. You'll need to go to the Play Store, which is basically your one-stop shop for applications, games, movies, books, things like that. So you'll tap on Play Store. Now, here's the thing. You do need to sign into a Google account before you can have access to the store. So if you tapped on that button and it didn't take you here, instead it took you to a screen that says sign into your Google account, that's because you have to do that step before you get to this step. Now, if you have a Google account or Gmail account, it's easy. Just put in the email address, put in the password, and if you have forgotten the password, just tap on forgot password and it'll walk you through some options on how to get back into your account. If you don't have a Google account, in the bottom, I want to say the bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see a button that says create account, And clicking on that will allow you to create a Gmail account that you can then use to sign into the store and buy applications or download free applications. Once you've done all that, you'll be here, which is the Play Store, and then you can begin to download applications. Let's say you wanted to download the Uber app because you need to go somewhere tomorrow and you need to make sure you have Uber. So you would type or just tap in this little search box at the top of the screen. I can either type in Uber, UBR, or I can also tap on this little microphone right next to the search, and I can just say Uber like this. Uber. So by you tapping the microphone and saying it, it'll do a search and it will come up with an option, and there's our Uber app, and I can simply just tap on this green button that says install, and it will begin to download and set up Uber on the phone. Now, one important note, not every application is free. Some of them are paid. Beware of applications that cost money. Like I said, Uber is free, so when you search the app, it just says install. Just like if I tapped on Uber Eats, it would just say install. But if instead of install, if this showed a price, that would mean that it's not a free application, and you need to think twice to make sure that you really want that application, so you don't pay for something and then you really didn't need it and now it's kind of a hassle to get a refund. So anyway, Uber is downloading on the phone. You'll know that it's downloaded because this will stop spinning, and on the right here, instead of saying cancel, this will say open, and then we'll be able to go in and begin to interact with the Uber app. So that is how you download an application. It's still installing, but once it finishes installing, it's going to be here. You're going to go home, swipe up, and you'll find the Uber app is going to show up on this screen right here, and then we can then tap on it and begin using it. So that is the process of downloading an application to your phone. Now, the next thing I wanted to go over is setting up the facial recognition, and that is this phone doesn't have a fingerprint sensor, so the only way to set up the unlock is either with a PIN code, a password, or facial recognition. And I just want to show you where to go in the settings to turn on that feature. You're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the settings wheel in the corner, and by the way, there is a power switch right here. So if you did want to turn your phone off or restart it, you can simply just tap on this power button right here, and it will take you to the menu to turn the phone off if that's what you wish to do. In this case, we're going to go to the settings wheel, and then we're going to go up to biometrics and security, and then we're going to tap facial or face recognition. And what it will ask you to do first is to set up a PIN or a pattern or a password, because in the event that that sensor stops working and it can't pick up your face, you have a backup option to unlock your phone. So in this case, you can use a PIN, which is super easy. Just type in 4 numbers, and then you'll just need to enter that as a backup, again, if something happens to your front camera. So let's just do it really quickly here. Tap on PIN. We're gonna make the PIN 0000. Continue, 0000, continue. And then once this part is complete, the next step is when it will then ask you to take the phone and tilt it up and basically make sure your phone, the front camera is facing your face, and it begins to pick it up and read it, and it will learn your face for the unlock. Now I'm going to go back and go home because I just wanted to get you all the way to the step where you need to put your face on the camera, and after that you can take it and you can complete it. Okay, for our next step, we're going to show you how to make a phone call and also how to send a text message. So these things seem simple, but I get a lot of comments from people saying, you didn't show the basics. So I want to make sure I cover all of the basics, not just the downloading applications and navigating the screen. So tap on the green button in the bottom left corner here, and you'll just simply type in the phone number that you want to call. Make sure you are on the phone, the dialer. The first tip I want to show you, and this is going to be something you'll want to do with any new phone you purchase, is you'll want to change the screen timeout time so your screen stays on longer. What you'll want to do is go to the settings wheel at the bottom of the screen. If you don't have this here, you can simply swipe down from the top of the screen. And in the upper right corner, you'll find the settings wheel. Tap on the wheel, and you want to go to the display tab. Tap there, and then swipe up, and then tap on screen timeout. And out of the box, it's usually set to around 30 seconds. I like to change it to at least 2 minutes so your screen stays on longer without you having to touch the screen so often to keep it on. Okay, for our next tip, we're going to show you how to show the battery percentage on your home screen. So right now, if we look at the corner here, it just shows the battery indicator, so we know the battery is about half, but we don't really know exactly how much battery we have left. So if we want to change that, it's really easy. We're going to go back to the settings once again. We're going to go to notifications, swipe up. We're going to then tap on status bar, and then where it says show battery percentage, tap on this, turn it on, and now it'll always show you the exact percentage of how much battery you have left. So right now we have 52% left. So very convenient, and you always know exactly where you stand and how to make sure if it's time to charge, you find a charger and you plug in. All right, for our next tip, we want to show you how to customize your lock screen wallpaper. Now this is a really cool, more of an advanced tip, but basically you can set it so every time you lock your phone and you unlock it, it will change the wallpaper. So I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on, different wallpaper. So out of the box, it is set to this default setting, but there's a way to go in and choose what wallpapers are going to show up. And it's kind of a cool thing. So let me show you how to get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down on the home screen, and we're going to tap on wallpaper, and we're going to tap on wallpaper services right here. And you'll want to tap on dynamic lock screen, and then tap on the settings wheel right next to it. And then you're going to tap select category. And here you'll see you have 5 different choices of dynamic lock screens you can choose from. My favorite is the food option. You will need to download this over Wi-Fi, just FYI. Okay, so now that food is downloaded, we can just simply select food. You'll see a little white check that's on top of it. We're going to then hit our back button at the bottom here, and then press it again. And make sure that the bubble next to dynamic lock screen is still selected. Now I can go home, turn off my screen, and then turn it back on. And you'll see this is one of the wallpapers that was downloaded. If I turn it off, turn it back on again. Now it's going to be this. Turn it off, turn it back on. And so the cool thing is, every time you lock your phone and unlock it, it'll have a different wallpaper picture. And it will also periodically download new pictures, so you'll always have something new and fresh to look at when you unlock your phone. So I definitely love that. I use it on my personal phone, and it just keeps it fresh. It's nice to see something different every time you unlock your phone. So that is a cool wallpaper customization. For our next hidden feature, this is a hidden feature. We're going to show you how to quickly launch your camera from any screen, even if your phone is off. So what you're gonna do is, let's start with if your phone is off, tap the power button twice. That is gonna automatically turn on your phone, and it's gonna automatically kick it into the camera setting. So again, all I did was just hit the power button 2 times. So screen is totally off. Hit that power button twice. Automatically wakes up, it goes right to the camera. This will even work if you have a lock screen password set up as well. So you'll never miss an important moment as long as you know to just hit that power button 2 times. Even if I'm in an app and I'm doing something else, I can still hit that power button if the phone is on, and it will take me right to the to the camera. Now, you might say to yourself, I don't take a lot of pictures, I don't really care about launching the camera quickly, but there are other apps that I use pretty frequently. I'd love to be able to use that double tap to launch a different app. Well, there is a way to reprogram this command to launch a different app, and this is going to be our next tip I'm going to show you. So, swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the power button at the top of the screen here, and then all the way at the bottom of the screen, come down to side key settings, and this is where you'll change it from the double press being quick launch camera to open app, and then you can select an app that you have downloaded on the phone already. Some of you guys might love Instagram and you might post frequently on there. So this might be a great shortcut to have is for your Instagram. And now that double tap will take you right to your Instagram app, just like that. So pick whatever app works best for you that you use the most. It's a very convenient feature and works great. All right, moving on. For our next tip, we're going to show you how to enable the dark theme on the Galaxy A02s. If you notice right now when I swipe down or when I go to settings, they're all white. If you want to change that and move the phone into the dark theme, you can simply swipe down from the top of the screen. So just notice again, I swiped once to get to the main screen. I can swipe down again, and from here I can swipe to the left and tap on dark mode. And once you enable dark mode, it will switch all of your settings from light to dark. So your notification panel will be dark, and also if you go to the settings now, the settings will also be dark, just like the swipe down. So definitely a cool feature there. It gives the phone a different look, and you can always change it back if you get bored with the dark theme. Moving on to our next tip, we're going to show you how to use split screen, which is being able to run 2 apps at one time, also known as multitasking. So in this example, I always love to show someone on YouTube. So I would open up the YouTube app first, go home, hit the home button down here, and then second, I'm going to open up Google Chrome. So you could arguably be on a YouTube video, watching YouTube video, and also surfing the internet at the same time. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is just open both apps. After you open each app, you're gonna go home. From there, you're gonna hit the menu button at the bottom of the screen, and right above the YouTube app. Now granted, pick the app you want to be at the top of the screen, and you'll need to go to that app first in order to do this properly. So I'm going to go to YouTube because I want YouTube to be at the top of my screen. I'm then going to tap on the YouTube icon at the top right here and go down to open in split view right here. That'll move YouTube to the top of the screen. And now I'm going to swipe left and tap on Google Chrome. And now I can have my YouTube video at the top of the screen and my Google Chrome at the bottom. And I can start this video, let it play, and while it plays, I can be down here surfing Google and looking up whatever. Now, you can also tap on the video and tap on this little square in the right corner to have it go into full screen. So now it's going to cover the entire top of the screen here. And then down here, I can be Google searching something from on my phone. So I might just say NBA 2021 finals. So I'm just searching away as that video is playing. And this is a cool way, again, to just, do multiple things at one time. You can also take your phone and rotate it in the landscape position as well. And it should rotate with you. We can continue to watch that video on the left side of your phone, and on the right side, you can scroll through Google Chrome and you can still do your Google searching. So great way to multitask. There's so many ways to use this. When you're finished, there is a white little dash in the middle of the screen. Just put your finger on the dash and drag it to the right, and that will take you out of the full screen. And just to note, this is showing you right now, you don't see the home button because the video is in full screen, but if you swipe up, that's how you bring up your home button. And then we can tap the little home button there to get back to the main screen. Now, one thing you'll notice was kind of cool. This video has just shrunk down into what's called a pop-up or pop-out video. I want to address this too because this is a very useful feature that many of you will probably begin to use now that you know what it is. So for this YouTube video here, I showed you how to run it while you have another app on the screen. Well, there's another way to do this as well that may serve you better depending on how you're using your phone. So let's say I want to open it into that little pop-out screen we just saw. If you want to do that, it's super easy. You just need to pause the video first and then hit the home button. Actually, I did that backwards. It is the opposite. Make sure the video is playing, and when the video is playing, you're going to hit the home button, and that will shrink it down into the pop-up screen. I totally mixed those up, so forgive me. It is the second one. Make sure the video is playing, hit your home button, and now it shrinks down to this little small window where I can then drag it and I can have it at different points on my screen. This is another way to multitask, which is really cool because, again, you can listen to your video, you can see what's going on, and in the event it's not a video that has a lot you need to see. And at the same time, I can open up my messages and I can have a full conversation on text and see everything and still have my video playing. So this is the other cool way to multitask on this phone. And you know, it's situational. It depends on what you're planning to do. But this is one of the other ways to do it. You can always tap on this video here and pause it, and then come to the upper right corner and hit the little X to close it out altogether. So those are the two different ways to multitask on the Galaxy A02s. Moving on, our next tip, we're going to show you how to mirror your screen to a TV. And really, I'm going to show you just a basic function that this phone has that's going to allow you to do it. And then I'm going to link a video where I have a full tutorial on how to use this feature. So let me just show you first by swiping down from the top of the screen, swiping down again, and then looking right here, you'll see you have the Smart View function. And with Smart View, it's awesome. You just simply tap on it and it will show you what TVs are available for you to cast your screen to, which is you can mirror everything that's happening on your screen or just send a video from your phone to the TV. Now, I'll have a full video on how this feature works right here, so make sure you check out that video. I have a full walkthrough and I actually demonstrate how you link it up with your TV and everything you need to know to use that function properly. So that is the Smart View feature. Now for our next tip, we're going to show you something really cool and useful. It is the phone search function. And basically, when you swipe down on the screen, it will take you to your app drawer, which is where you'll find all the different apps that are stored on your phone. There's a lot that will be installed when you first turn your phone on, and you can always download more. The important thing is at the top of your screen, you have this search box here that is not just for searching for apps in this section. It's for searching for anything on your phone. You can search for an email, a text message, a contact. You can search for all kinds of things by just using this little box at the top. So I'm gonna tap on the little search icon. It will also recommend apps I use a lot as well. And so let's say I'm just trying to find my YouTube app because I don't know where it's stored on the phone. I can type in YouTube and it will automatically pull up the YouTube app. So it's a great way to just find an app that maybe you know is on the phone but you don't see it. And then the other thing is, again, trying to search for something specific. So maybe I'm trying to search for a message that I texted someone. For example, Thai. You know, oh, Thai food. I might have texted someone about us going to get Thai food and I'm trying to remember who that is. So I just put that search in right here and it pulled up my text message that was sent that says House of Thai for dinner. And so, you know, maybe you're trying to find whatever you sent someone, like maybe someone sent you the name of a restaurant or a location and you're like, oh, I don't remember where it is, but I know this name is in the title. You can use this search to search the entire phone to find whatever it is you're looking for. So it's a great useful feature in case you forget where you stored a message or something specific like that. Moving on, our next tip, we're gonna show you how to change your lock screen shortcut apps. It's a really cool function on this phone where when you wake up the phone, you have what are called shortcut apps here. And these are just quick things you can launch right from the lock screen. So currently it's defaulted to the phone and the camera. So I can just swipe right up on the phone and it will unlock the phone and take it right to the dialer. Now, if you have a password on it, you will need to put the password in, but this just takes you past the home screen and takes you right to whatever app you've selected. Now, you can change those two apps if you don't feel you need those two. Just swipe down from the top of the screen, go to the settings below in the upper right corner. We're gonna tap on lock screen. From there, we're gonna look for shortcuts right here and just tap on shortcuts. And here is where you can change the different options. So left shortcut is currently phone. I want to change that and make that something else. Let's make that left shortcut my Google Maps. Maybe you look up directions a lot and that would be helpful to have. And your right shortcut can be, let's see, what's something good? You know what? I want it to be my flashlight because I often get home and I can't see anything. Well, guess what? Now you have your flashlight on your lock screen. You can just simply wake up your phone and just swipe from the left corner and it will automatically take you to your flashlight. There it is. Flashlight is turned on. You can swipe up again and it turns the flashlight on. So that's super cool and super useful. So you can make any two apps the shortcut for your lock screen and, you know, play around with it. Ultimately, it's about what apps you use the most and you need to have the quickest access to. That should determine what is your shortcut app for your lock screen. Okay, for our next tip, we're going to show you how to program your face or how to set up the facial recognition feature. So this phone does not have a fingerprint sensor, but you can program the phone with your face to unlock. Every time you look at the screen, it will unlock. So if you want to set up this level of security, you would go to the settings. From here, you're going to go to lock screen, or excuse me, not lock screen. You're going to go to biometrics and security. And I'm just tapping things I'm not meaning to tap. That's so funny. Okay, here we go. Biometrics and security. And here we're going to tap on facial recognition. Now, when you set up this feature, the first thing it will ask you to do is to select or set up a backup password. In the event that the face recognition stops working, you would still need another method to get into the phone. So you can make it a pattern, a 4-digit PIN, or a high security password. Now, after you select this option, the next screen is where you'll begin to set up the face recognition. You'll just take your phone and hold it right up to your face, and you'll move sort of in a circle, and it will program your face into the phone so that if it ever sees your face, it will automatically unlock. So definitely a cool feature, and this helps you to have that extra level of security with the facial recognition. All right, for our next tip, we're gonna show you how to enable the double tap to wake up feature. There's a cool feature on this phone, but you do have to enable it automatically. And this is the double tap to wake feature. Now, we're still in the settings menu. You'll notice most things are taking place in the settings. We're then gonna swipe up and we're gonna go to advanced features. And then we will go to motions and gestures. And then you wanna turn on double tap to wake. And what this will do now is when your screen is off, you don't need to press the power button. All you need to do is just tap the screen twice and it will automatically wake up for you, just like this. There you go. And it will take you right to the lock screen where then you can swipe up to unlock the phone. Let's try it again just to show you can see how easy it is. Just 2 taps on the screen and it will wake up the phone just like that. Swipe through to get through and that's it. So, doesn't seem like a lot, but it prevents you from having to pick up the phone to grab that power button by just being able to tap the screen. I think it just makes it easier. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the settings and we're gonna go back to the exact same screen we were just on, which was the, well, it actually took us back to the main screen, so darn it, but that's okay. So we're gonna go to advanced features and then motions. Actually, right under motions and gestures, you have the one-handed mode feature, which is super helpful. You'll notice that this is a great phone, but it's very long and very wide. And so if you want to reach things easily, this is a great function to use to be able to reach things on the phone. So first and foremost, you will need to turn on use one-handed mode, just like this. Second, I encourage you to switch it to the button option down here and go home. And let me show you how easy it is to use this function. If you're trying to reach something on your phone, but you're having trouble because it's hard if you're holding it with one hand, just tap the home button 2 times and it will shrink the screen like this and making it so much easier to reach different things on the phone. So, and when you're done, just tap on the black area around the screen and that will restore you back to full screen. So again, just home button 2 times and that'll shrink the screen down just like that. That is the one-handed mode function. Super helpful, especially with how large phones are getting these days. All right, for our next tip, we have 2 more really good features or tips to show you. One is going to be called the focus mode. Now, for those of you that can be a little addicted to your phone and kind of struggle with putting it down long enough to get work done, one tip that will help you is a built-in feature of this phone. It's called focus mode. So you swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and then swipe to your left, and you'll want to tap on focus mode. And so it's going to give a good explanation of what it does. So I'll just kind of talk you through it. It says, need some time to yourself. Focus mode helps you avoid distance from your phone and keep your life in focus. All apps will be blocked in focus mode except for apps that you choose to allow. So we're going to tap on start and you can decide, is this work time or me time? Let's say it's work time. Hit next. So it's showing you these are the only 5 apps you're going to have access to in work time if you turn this on. Now you can tap the edit button, which I don't recommend, but you can tap edit and you can add more apps to this screen if you need to. I would only encourage you to do that if there is another app you need for productivity, for work. You can have that be an excluded app. But other than that, just keep it the way it is because you don't want access to more apps. You want to be able to have that time to work uninterrupted, and so therefore it's better not to add a lot of apps to this section. Tap on start, and what you'll begin to see is this. This is your new home screen right here. And so it's going to tell you how long you've been in the focus mode. If you need to access an app, you can literally just tap on 5 apps available and it will take you there. But other than that, this is all you're going to see. So it's going to simplify what you see on your phone and hopefully help you to focus on your work for a longer period of time. So again, it's going to block notifications. It's just going to keep it very quiet. The only apps that will notify you are the 5 that are in the available apps. So super useful function. I've used it a couple of times. It definitely helps you to just check out of your phone and focus on whatever you need to focus on. When you're done, just simply tap on in focus mode and that's it. It'll tell you if you had any notifications that came through while you were in focus mode. And just tap on the home button at the end. It'll take you right back to here. So that is the focus mode. Now, the last thing I want to show you is the device care shortcut. So 2 things. Actually, this may not be the last thing. We'll see. I have one more I want to show you as well. But this is called device care. Now, this is a cool feature that Samsung has been including on just about all their phones now. It is a free diagnostic tool within the phone to help pinpoint things that might be slowing your phone down or things that might be filling up your storage that you can easily get rid of. So let me show you how this works. We're gonna go to the settings. You can go there at the top of the screen, and you'll wanna swipe down to device care. And here it's going to do a quick check to see the current state of your phone. And all you're going to do is tap optimize now. And that's going to go through. It's going to look for any apps that are running in the background that could be draining the battery, app crashes, anything out of the ordinary that is draining the battery, and it's going to take care of it. And when you're done, just hit done, and your phone should run smoother after. It also gives you a breakdown of how much battery life you have left, how much phone storage you have, and how much memory as well. So a very useful feature. You can also go to the upper right corner, tap on the three dots, and you can go down to show icon on home screen. This will give you a shortcut to the device care section. And with that shortcut, you'll then be able to get right to that function to run that diagnostic super easy. It looks like our add to home screen function may not have worked. That's okay. I have another thing I want to show you in conjunction with this app. So you'll want to hold down the home screen, and then you'll go to home screen, go to widgets, tap on device care, hold down on device care here, and then let it go. And then just tap on the arrow in the upper right corner right here, and then you'll see your widget's going to save. Now you have this shortcut button that will work the same way that optimize button did. If you notice your phone is running slow and you want to give it a little boost, just tap on optimize, and it's going to automatically do that same check to free up any apps that are running or any things in the background that could be slowing down your phone. So that is the device care section and widget. Now, the very last thing I want to show you, this is a great feature for those of you that are setting this phone up for an elderly person. Someone who, when you give them a phone, they move all the apps around without knowing it. So to prevent them from being able to move or change the phone from how you set it up, hold down the home screen, tap on home screen settings, come down to lock home screen layout, and then go home. So now the layout is totally locked, which means I can't move anything. So if I wanted to move my Play Store up here, it's not gonna let me. If I try to move my camera up here, it won't let me. I can go into them normally, but I can't move them. Now, this is very important because when you get a phone, you should set it up how you like it and enable a feature like this so that apps are not moving around on the screen while the phone is in your pocket. So in this case, the screen is now locked and no apps can be moved unless I go back into the home screen settings and I turn off that feature. It's super easy. You're gonna hold down on your power button and the volume down button for 1 second, just like this. Hold, let go. It'll take a screenshot. Tap allow at the bottom. And here you can crop it. So for example, we just took a screenshot of the main screen. I can then use these corners to crop the screenshot. And then I can use the pencil here if I would like to write on the picture after, special note. And when you're done, hit the down arrow to save it to your gallery. And that's it. Now we're gonna go to the photo gallery just by swiping up to your right, go to your gallery, and here you'll find the screenshot that we just took right here. And that's it. Today we're going to walk you through how to mirror your Samsung Galaxy A02s screen to your TV. Now I'm going to demonstrate a few different methods because a lot of people have different devices. So I'm going to try to show multiple methods depending on what devices you have. So hopefully I can touch most of the people that are out there. I'm going to show two different forms of mirroring. So the first method is going to be if you're trying to demonstrate or show exactly what's happening on your screen exactly as you're doing it. A direct mirror, I'm going to show that first. And secondly, I'm going to show you how to just send a video from your phone to the TV. So if you're trying to watch a Netflix video or Hulu or YouTube, you can use that second method to just send the video to the TV and still use your phone to do other things. So anyway, let's jump right in. I'm going to show it first, and then after I'm going to explain how to do it. So let's do that. The first thing you'll need to do is, let's slide our phone over to the left here so you can see the screen. So in the first method, I'm going to mirror the phone to a Roku. So what you'll need to do is make sure your phone and your Roku are both on the same Wi-Fi network. And then you'll just simply swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, swipe to your left, and you'll have an option here called Smart View. We're going to tap on Smart View, and I'll see the Roku pop up on the list. My Roku is named Office. So I'm going to tap on Office, Start Now. And then what you should see is a prompt show up on the TV asking if it can accept the screen mirroring, and there it is right there. Just take your Roku remote and go over to Always Allow and press OK. And then now, after a few seconds, you'll see the screen is going to be mirrored to the TV. So now everything you do on your screen is going to show up on the TV. Now this is asking about changing the aspect ratio. Just hit change, and it will kind of shrink the screen down just a bit. If you don't like this, you can always change it by tapping on the Smart View icon and tapping on phone aspect ratio and going back to full screen like this. But now everything I do on the screen is going to show up on the TV. I can open up any app. I can rotate the phone sideways as well. Obviously, there it is. So anything you do on the phone will show up on the TV the same way. This is great for showing gameplay or doing demonstrations, teaching someone how to use an app or a feature on the phone, or if you have videos on the phone from a trip. All those are great options. So this is the first method of how to mirror your screen. When you're finished and you want to stop it from mirroring, you will need to tap on the little Smart View icon here and then tap disconnect. Now, if you have a Samsung Smart TV as well, you will need to have that Samsung Smart TV also connected to Wi-Fi, and you can use this same method to mirror. So this method will work for Roku and for Samsung Smart TVs and some other smart TVs. It just depends. Now on the list, when I originally set it up, it did show LG, so that leads me to believe that this will work for multiple smart TVs. So that's the first method. Now the second method is for those of you that have a Google Chromecast. Now for that, you will need to download the Google Home app. So you would just go to the Play Store, do a search, just type in Home and look for the Google Home app and download this app on your phone. And with this app, it will allow you to also mirror exactly what is on your screen to the TV. So on the phone, we're just going to walk through the setup really quickly. Get started, press OK, hit next. I don't allow it to access location, that's just me. Now at the bottom of the screen here, you will see, you'll have to swipe down. So this is the main screen here, and I'm just going to swipe up. Now I've named my Roku Attic TV. So right here, I just swipe down to other cast devices, Attic TV, I'm gonna tap on that. And then at the bottom of the screen, I'll have an option that says cast my screen. Tap there, tap cast screen, and start recording or start casting. And now, same thing, everything I do on the phone will show up on the TV. So you've got two different options here for trying to mirror your screen based on the type of device that you have. Now, if you want to stop this option from casting, swipe down from the top of the screen. You'll have an option that says casting screen, and you can just tap on it. Actually, do this. Swipe down. There's a little arrow on the right side of the screen. Tap on this little arrow and then tap disconnect. That will stop your phone from mirroring the screen to the TV. Now, those are the two different ways to mirror your screen and everything on your screen to the TV. Now, the second method, I'm going to show you how to just mirror a video or just send a video from your phone to the TV. For this method, we're going to go to YouTube, and we're just going to open a YouTube video, and let's do this video here. Let's tap on it. We've got a commercial here that should be over in a few seconds. Okay, so we'll pause it here. So what you'll need to do if you just wanted to send this one video to the TV, you're gonna go to the top of the video and tap on this little icon. This is your cast icon. And then you'll see here your different devices. So Addict TV is my Chromecast, Office is my Roku, and then Link with TV is the third option. Now, if you have an Apple TV and you're trying to send a video to your Apple TV, you would use the Link with TV code. And then on your Apple TV, you'd need to go and download the YouTube app and then go to the option that says Link with TV code, and then that will allow you to send it to an Apple TV. In this case, I'm gonna send it to my Chromecast, just tapping on Addict TV. Give it a few seconds and you'll see the screen is gonna begin to change, and then the video will automatically start playing on the TV. Now, the cool thing about this option, as I shared earlier, is it will allow that video to play on the TV while you go home and are now able to do other things on your phone. So you can send text messages, you can make phone calls, you can open any other app you want while that video plays on the TV. So that's the best part about this second option. And I assume most of you are watching this video because you want to play a video from one of your video streaming applications. And so hopefully all these different methods are good options for you and you find the one that works best for you. When you're all done, swipe down from the top of the screen. You can control the video from this section here. You can pause it. You can swipe down with 2 fingers and you can fast forward the video to a different point, or you can tap on the X here to stop the video from playing. And that's it. In today's video, we're doing a quick walkthrough of how to soft reset your phone if the screen freezes. Now, on older phones, we used to be able to take the back of the phone off and take the battery out. That was really the process if your phone froze. You just took the battery out, put it back in, and the phone restarts itself. Well, guess what? All the newer phones, you can't open the back. You're stuck. So what do you do if the screen freezes and you need to just totally restart the phone? I'm going to show you right now. So all you need to do is hold down on the power and volume button, volume down button at the same time. I like to take my left hand, reach around the phone, hold volume down right here with my middle finger, and use my thumb to hold the power button. Just count 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna hold it. Don't let go of it until the phone fully restarts, okay? So 1, 2, 3, hold. Now, what you'll see is it will take the phone to this screen, which is normally the screen you would go to restart the phone. However, if, oh, let it go. It happened quick. Usually it takes a little bit longer, but about 5 to 10 seconds you'll need to hold those 2 buttons to trigger the soft reset. Now, if the screen was working, you would just tap the power button or tap the restart button. But again, this is if your screen is totally frozen and it's not responding to you touching. What we just did is called a soft reset, and it literally just restarts the phone. It mimics taking the battery out, putting it back in, and if there was something that caused the phone to slow down or to glitch, this will usually fix it. However, if your phone restarts itself and the touchscreen still is not working, that means you have a bigger problem and you will need to have your phone fixed, probably at a repair center. I would encourage you to find your local cell phone store, and you can bring it in and have them do a more thorough diagnostic to see if there's a problem with your screen or a problem with the phone. You can also reach out to Samsung at samsung.com. They do have live web support, usually 24 hours, where you can get help with trying to troubleshoot your phone. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to reset your Samsung Galaxy A02s back to factory settings. The first thing you'll need to do is swipe down from the top of the screen like this, come to the upper right corner, tap on the settings wheel. This will take you to the settings. From here, we're going to go to accounts and backup, and then go to accounts. And you'll need to remove any and all Google accounts on the phone. So I just have one, so I'm gonna tap on the account. I'm gonna tap remove account, remove, press OK. It's gonna remove the lock screen password, and you'll need to enter it one more time before it removes it. And after that, you're all done. The Google account is removed. And then we will need to go on this screen here. So we went back one screen. We'll come down to where it says reset. If you don't have this option, no problem. You can just go down to general management, and then you'll have the same reset button right there. And then we'll tap on factory data reset. Swipe up, tap on reset. You'll need to enter that PIN one more time, and then hit delete all. This is going to erase all of your information off of the phone, and it's going to then set up the phone like a brand new phone. So at this point, you won't need to do anything, but just let the video sit. It's going to reset a few times, and you'll know that the process is complete because it will take you to a screen that will ask you to choose a language. So hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure you like, favorite, and share if it was helpful. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Take care, and as always, have a good one.